as the ball is immediately laid backwards. Phil Turnbull has just agreed a new contract with Gateshead, who makes them tick in midfield, works it back. Tavernier lofts it forwards, looking for Gate. Andrews stoops and only heads it partly clear. Bit of a scramble on the edge of the area, and Blackburn can't win it, and there's a chance to spread it. It's at the left. Nelthorpe works it across Shaw. Tight angle, feeds it in, hits Andrews' hand, and he drives in the second attempt and scores. Incredible! Gateshead are ahead. It's taken him less than 30 seconds. His first cross hit Andrews' hand, but he was too close to it to be a legitimate penalty shout, but the rebound came out and Shaw from a tight angle hit it through Maxwell, really, didn't he, Steve?
Yeah, he did, Mark, and to be honest, Marvin Andrews back into the side has got to take some culpability for that. It was a very poor defensive header clear in the first place. He was the defender who went across. Yes, the ball did hit his hand, but then he stood off John Shaw and let the striker, who, as you said, is very prolific in non-league circles, he just drilled it past Chris Maxwell, who stood no chance at all, and Wrexham trail 1-0 after 28 seconds of this game.
Field lays the ball off. Good energy by Carpentier coming forward from the right-hand side. He's 30 yards out now. He feeds it down the line. Britton brings it back to the fullback. He rolls it inside and knocking it on well. Gateshead, they are a footballing team. As it's rolled to the overlapping fullback again, and this is a nice move, driven into the near post, and Shaw's ahead of Maxwell, who saves at his feet. Pogba lurks 6 yards out. It's driven flat. Harris has a chance, and he hits it over the bar. It just bobbled in front of him, and he tried to hit it on his left foot from the edge of the area. He was given space, but he couldn't get on top of his shot. Keats steps up and swings it inside 6-yard box. Free header for Andrews, hit the bar. Ricochets back out and is cleared. That was a hell of a contact. He steps up, lofts it to the far post. Andrews climbs, heads it across the face of goal behind Morel. Cleared to the edge of the area, where Pogba does well to win it back. Keats brings it down, edge of the box, rides one tackle, rides another, pokes it behind the defence. Mangan feeds it in the middle, and it's in! Wrexham equalise. Andy Morel, lunging in front of the keeper, slots it home.
Andy Morel, I think, isn't it?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. So much for the bandage theory. But that was a good bit of pressure from Wrexham. They've had a number of set pieces and they've built up the pressure slowly, and Gateshead have cracked, so that's the first goal they've conceded in three away games. Nice build up by Wrexham, lovely through ball by Dean Keats. Mangan crossed it, and there was Andy Morel to slot the ball home. Andy Morel looks like he's taken a bit of a knock on the back of the head, but hopefully he'll be fine. Over the airwaves, but they're certainly here making their voices heard today.
As Shaw knocks it back edge of the area, Gates has a chance here. Treads on the ball, lucky for Wrexham, he did. He's still got it, and his men over. He feeds it over to the left-hand side. Nelthorpe feeds it in, Maxwell pushes it down, easy chance, 2-1. And Gateshead take the leads. Nelthorpe fed in the cross. Wrexham's defensive shape fell all over the place, and it was tapped in easily enough from 6 yards out, I think, by Fisher.
Yeah, Wrexham's defence all over the place again there, and Chris Maxwell probably would have been better leaving that, because the original effort was going wide, and he palmed it straight into the path of the Gateshead player, who really had no difficulty at all slotting it back into the empty net. But Wrexham's defence, which has been so solid, and the basis for the recent run up the league, is looking decidedly shaky and poor today.
Gateshead have taken it, and it's picked up and swept in by Tavernier. Decent ball. Andrews handles it. Penalty.
He's
having Wrexham have fallen apart, haven't they?
He's having a nightmare at the back, Marvin Andrews. That's the second one he's handled. This time he's not got away with it. It bounced up, clearly hit his left hand. And Wrexham at the back are having a complete disaster today. And this really is a chance for Gateshead to go 3-1 up.
There's no excuse for what's going on out there, quite frankly, with Andrews' errors. It's a penalty and a chance to put Gateshead 3 up after just 17 minutes. Britton will take it, steps up, hits it in top corner. 3-1 to Gateshead, incredible.
Yeah, absolutely no chance at all there for Chris Maxwell. Martin Britton, nice penalty. Right height really for the keeper, but no chance to save it at all. And Gateshead now lead 3-1 here at the Racecourse, and Wrexham are in total disarray at the back.
Nods it down, comes off a Gateshead body. Morel gets it back, Harris over the top, Mangan's offside, so he doesn't chase. Pogba does, and DC, he's made a mess of his clearance. Pogba by the corner flag, keeper's out of position. Can Pogba deliver early? He swings it in, and it's headed towards goal, and keeper just about gets there. Maxwell now on the edge of his area. It's a huge clearance towards Pogba, who's beaten in the air by Clark. Morel backing in against Curtis, who leans on him. Morel brings it down beautifully, turns, hits it. It's blocked under the bar. That was great play by Morel. Cross. It's ricochets to Harris on the edge of the D. He squares it to Blackburn, who thinks about the shot, but can't. He plays a good ball to Morel right side the area. Across the face of goal. Keeper pushes it behind. Pogba was attacking it. Any more on that, and Pogba would have tapped it in. Blackburn jumps, beaten to it in the air, drops on the edge of Wrexham's box. Nice little layoff, and Gate tries to feed a through ball. He's gone through two defenders. Maxwell comes out as fence and then surely offside. The flag stays down.
He had to be offside.
Surely he was offside, unless, well, anyway, it's 4-1.
My goodness gracious me, they've got that one wrong again, I think. I'm sure he was offside because the ball was played forward. There was only one Wrexham player in the penalty area. The goalkeeper had come out and been beaten, and Wrexham's defence is in total shambles, total disarray, even allowing for the fact that that possibly was offside. The defence has inquest going on there. Andrews, Keats and Blackburn involved in discussions, but Wrexham are all over the place at the back.
Tavernier across the halfway line, beats Mangan, carrying it into midfield. He's got an option wide, which he uses. Britton stands it up towards the edge of the area. Oh, the defence in a mess again. McMillan's left it, and it's 5! Oh, that was pathetic. Britton swung it in. The centre-backs got underneath it. McMillan stuck his hand up appealing for something and didn't play to the whistle.
The midfield have worked hard, but they've not provided the cover. The strikers haven't been their usual energetic selves closing down the opposition defence. But
Maxwell helped us and just slammed it past him. But
four,
absolutely
you think they've never had played together.
Yeah,
McMillan just let the ball bounce. Nelthorpe certainly wasn't offside, and he just drilled it past Chris Maxwell. Well, Chris Maxwell's just hit his post in so complete frustration. He was saying he hadn't let 3 goals in before last Saturday. Well, he's let 5 in now. Wrexham 1, Gateshead 5, and the Wrexham defence is all over the place. 6s and 7s. The mean defensive unit of recent weeks has completely fallen apart.
As Gateshead lose out on midfield, Pogba intercepts, driving forwards. Morel's ahead of him. Pogba goes it alone. It's a good driving run. Can he deliver now? Harris is to his right. Pogba's a long-range shot! Just over. Good effort, that. Well, I mean, I was thinking this game was important because having had a winning run and then suddenly lost points, so Blackburn loses again in midfield. He's having a nightmare himself. They'll break off because Fisher's breaking to the edge. He runs inside. Andrews gets past Andrews. It's a shot. Great save by Maxwell. And that should have been 6. Andrews and Blackburn, what were they doing? They were passengers down, and Maxwell made a terrific acrobatic save. This is just unbelievable, isn't it? There's more in these if they want them. Cross finger in. It's headed towards goal. Off the line by McMillan spectacularly. Wow. Diving header by Turnbull, I think, at the near post. And McMillan had to lunge at it.
I don't think we've won a header yet, have we, at the back?
Have we won a tackle, a header?
The defensive performance has been shambolic.
And Harris square, Wrexham being very patient, just trying to probe around. But Gateshead are just happy to stick behind the ball and let them do that. And Wrexham aren't really getting anywhere. And the fans are getting a bit frustrated. Crichton knocks it long. Morel in the air, jumps and flicks it on nicely. Tolly back to goal. It's a shot, keeper saves. Sinclair squares it, sloppy ball. Keats is beaten to it. Shaw pops it back into midfield. Mangan's trying to hassle Turnbull. Turnbull switches over the top. There's no fullback, so Britain's got acres of space right hand side as he comes into the area. Swings a nice ball in, and that's offside. The ball's in the net, but the flag's up for offside. And the fans now are starting to stand up in the crowds to register their protests.
The Gateshead fans applauding as well, to be fair.
Yeah.
Standing on their feet, giving the Wrexham fans a real round of applause as they go past.
Absolutely. And this is a united protest. This is not a football match. I don't care about this game. This is a football club standing up and saying, you can't destroy us. You can't do this to us.
But Wrexham are slowly starting to impose themselves on the game as Mangan goes forward.
Good turn by Mangan, edge of the area. He switches it across now. Chance for Harris hit this edge of the box. He's closed down quickly though. I'll have to look back at the video after to see what happened in the second half because I've not been watching it really. Sinclair lofts it in. Taylor's outnumbered. The keeper goes up and drops it. It drops to Taylor who taps it into the net. No, Tolley does.
Jamie Tolley.
But Taylor had an open goal and his finish didn't have enough strength. And Tolley lunged in and forced it over the line. And Wrexham have a goal, and that just gets the singing going even more.
Yeah, absolutely. Long cross into the area. Mistake, really, I think, by Tim Deasy. Came and got under it. It hit Gareth Taylor on the back of the head. Dropped, and as he turned to force it into the back of the net, Jamie Tolley this time, as unfortunately as he didn't do against Crawley, made sure the ball crossed the line. Wrexham 2, Gateshead 5, and we've got, 27 minutes left for Wrexham to save something from this game.
The banner is now being displayed in front of the Mold Road stand. The Wrexham fans united together and the team respond with a goal.
Well, there was talk at half-time that Radio Wales were blaming the protest for the performance. Well, maybe the fans getting behind the club at this stage has upset Gateshead because they certainly seem to be rocking at the moment.
Because they've crossed it in dangerously. Gate, easy finish, and Maxwell saves it. Good work by the keeper. He should have scored, Gate then. He was on his own in the box.
That was almost the curse of the commentator, wasn't it?
It's swept in by Britton. Maxwell stumbles at 6. Ball into the near post. And an easy header home. Maxwell started to come, stumbled, and any hopes Wrexham have of crawling themselves back into that are completely over.
Well, this is certainly our biggest defeat in the conference, Mark, but when was the last time Wrexham conceded 6 at home in the league? That's a test for your stato abilities.
Yeah, I remember us letting in 6 to Burnley back in the early 90s.
1991, yeah, that was a 6-2, wasn't it?
Nice little ball forwards by Turnbull. They're finding little angles in midfield now, Gates says. There's 2 tackles. Harris and Keats are ridden, and Andrews steps out of the back and loses it again. It's carried forwards to the edge of the box by Tavernier. He's tackled well by Ashton. Ricochets to the right-hand side. Poor defending as Britton swings it in, and that's 7! Cross comes into the edge of the 6-yard box, and that is a hat-trick for sure. But the defending was rank in the build-up to that.
Well, you can either say that John Shaw's movement is absolutely phenomenal because he's finding himself unmarked every time the ball comes into the box, or conversely you can say that Wrexham's marking is absolutely disastrous, diabolical, shambolic, pathetic, and any other word that you could possibly think of. And I must admit, at the moment I'm beginning to lean towards the latter. I will, however, Mark, let you read this one out because I'm sure it will bring us some sort of a smile to your face.
Drew Broughton's given Wimbledon the lead. I've got my Drew Broughton shirt on, t-shirt on today, Steve. There you go.
He has to.
Ball driven forwards, intercepted though by Andrews. Harris, nice ball to Morel in the hole. Good return pass. Harris, that's a clever pass. Good move with Mangan. Through ball. Morel, the chase with the keeper, gets there first. Good save by the goalie, who spread himself well.